Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are in the kitchen. I'm so happy about that. Today we're making zucchini fritters that are not deep fat fried, but they're fried in a pan. And I like to use a mixture of canola and olive oil. You can buy this. It's called the Mediterranean mixture. And it's really nice because it can cook at a high heat. And since we're not deep frying these, we need to cook them at a high heat so they crisp up and you can kind of grab them with your fingers. So just a few ingredients. We have shredded zucchini, and all I'm doing to shred the zucchini is taking my little shredder and shredding this. It's actually not a bad job. I was kind of thinking, oh man, this is going to take forever. This is going to be a pain in the butt, but it's actually very, very easy. The one trick after you've shredded your zucchini, when you shred the whole thing, is it's going to have a lot of moisture in it because it's a vegetable, and that's what we want. We want moisture and vitamins from it. But what you need to do is take it in your hand and just wring it out. See all that moisture that's out of there? You need to get rid of that moisture if you're actually going to have a nice zucchini fritter, because if not, it's going to bubble up in here and it's going to start to kind of boil, and you don't want that. We want a crispy edge. So wring out your zucchini just like when you're working with spinach. So I have one zucchini in here, but I'm going to tell you what the full recipe is. It's 3 shredded zucchinis, a half a cup of sliced green onions. We are going to do a little tiny bit of lemon zest in here just to freshen things up, just a little tiny bit. So I've got this nice utility zester, and when you are zesting, you only want to get the yellow part off of your lemon. You don't want to get into that white, because once you get into that white, then you're going to get the bitterness of the lemon, and you don't want that. We just want a little acidity and some lemon flavor. So we've got a little bit of lemon, and then you're going to put 1 egg. So you scramble up, you kind of whisk up an egg, 3 zucchini shredded, a 1/4 cup of green onion, an egg, and then a half a cup of flour. So we're just going to mix that all in. Those are going to be our binders. If you're going gluten-free, you can certainly do that with a rice flour or something. That would be really nice and a little more delicate and light. And then this is like fun because you got to get your hands in it. This is just how you're going to do this one. And then you just kind of put your hands in there. I can feel it all thickening up and combining together. I also put a little salt and pepper in here as well. And then we're just going to take some little tiny patties and plop them right in our oil. Ooh yeah, hear that sizzle? That is exactly what you want to hear. Make them really small too, so that people can pick them up and eat them just like a little appetizer. But whenever you're cooking anything, you want to hear that sizzle when you put it in the pan. So we're going to put those in the pan. Fry them up on both sides. Be patient with this step because you want these fritters to form a pancake, and you don't want them to fall apart because you're going to have them as an appetizer. You could also make them a little bigger and serve them as an entree if you wanted to. But right now I want to do appetizers for Easter. So I'm going to make them nice and small, and I'm going to fry them up really nicely. Probably about 3 minutes on each side. So that seems like a long time, but you want them to get nice and dark, and you want them to be able to be picked up when they're finished. So we're going to fry these up for about 3 minutes on each side. We're not going to be able to finish this while we're on air, but the finished product is just going to look like this, like just a little tiny pancake. And you're going to be able to put a dollop of sour cream or of yogurt on there, and there you go. You have like your nice little zucchini fritter. And what it looks like when you flip it over, there you go. It's got to be nice and crispy like that. So be patient with it. Make sure you have a lot of olive oil and your pan on a high heat, and then you can flip that baby over and it gets a little bit of texture. This is a nice light appetizer. If you want any more information, you can always go onto my website at colorfulcooking.com. Right now though, we are going to head back up to Beaver Creek, where I bet Mark is getting kind of hungry. Good morning, Mark.